Let's now look at working with records in tables. Now, if we go into the tables in the database that we have in here, you will see that the table is already populated with information. Now, if you look at this, this is information about this particular Mr. Jason Smith. So if you look at all the records that we have in, you've got their contact details, their date of hire, and everything about them as an employee. So this is the same with the second person and so on. Now we can go into the table and modify records. For example, if we go in here and we say this particular record, it's not existing anymore, we can go in there and then we can delete the record. We can go in and we can add a new record in the database if we are having a new employee. So we can go in and add another employee in there, and then we can add their names and all the related information about that particular employee. So in this case, just click in there to add, and then you start adding new records in there. The same way as in Microsoft Access table, you can go in and insert. You can go into your table and search for an employee based on an employee number. You can go in and search for an employee based on the names and so on and so on. In this case, if I go in there and say we want to find and replace a particular employee, so I can go in there and search to find an employee and then replace that employee with a new entry. So all your entries you can find, you can replace, you can delete. This is how you can actually manipulate information in your table. So for the purpose of this exercise, we go into, in this case, let's go and find the new record that we have actually inserted. We find the record John in the database. Let's find first, we've got the employee, we have found the employee. If we want to replace that employee with another name, we can go in there and say the employee name, we replace that with Johnson, and then we actually replace. We must first find a John and replace that with a Johnson. Okay, and then we replace. So that record is now replaced with a new record called a Johnson. You can go in into all your employees in the table. We want to go in and we saying we found that record. We actually want to go in and add in here a new record. We can go in and say we want to add a new record again, and then we can add a record as we want. What you can also do with your employees is you can start sorting your employees, ascending or descending based on a certain column. If we want to sort out our table based on let's sort it based on the last name, and we sort it ascending based on the last name, so you'll see alphabetically our table is sorted out.